You are fucking god tier.
Oh my god!
God tier right there.
Alright, in this video, I want to go over one of my favorite classes in Dark and Darker, the Cleric. This video is going to be an entire run from the previous playtest. I'm at level 1. This is my maybe second run on the Cleric. And I just wanted to go over my thoughts, talk about why I love the class so much, and just talk about this particular run. So this, starting off, we're in the mummy room. We have some PvP action right away. Immediately trying to keep my friends topped up, buffed up here, and you know, mummy room is always wild. So we're using some buffs. Gonna buff myself, make sure my friend is pretty good, and then I'm gonna get in there. Take an opportunity to just walk right in. I'm getting hit a little bit, maybe being too aggressive, and I realize, yeah, I need to just, you know, heal myself. My friends are getting kind of low. I'm not quite in range on the bubble there, but I'm going to go into a more of a support role. It was just an enemy cleric left, and I decide, you know, my team's mostly topped up. I'm going to push now. And I definitely play very aggressive on the cleric. Let my friend go in here though, and I just kind of judgment over the shoulder, steal the kill, and work on topping everybody up. My friend tells me he has heals and not to waste my burst. A little campfire there, some torches and things like that. I'm realizing at this point, like, oh, he has a necklace already. I don't have a necklace, and we're kind of just dividing up the loot. And one thing you'll see featured in this video is I end up taking as my very first talent Perseverance. So because I like playing really aggressive and I like pushing in, I find that flat damage reduction is especially powerful early on. You're going to see me survive in ways I probably shouldn't or wouldn't have otherwise. And I find pairing a tanky, more supporty build with something like Judgment lets me kind of play as like a midline fighter. I can get in there as I need to. I can continue contributing to the fight, but ultimately I'm not completely destroyed if there's a lot of range battles happening. So we're kind of recovering from this fight. You know, so far so good. We're taking things pretty slow. This is, you know, the first or second day of the playtest, so we're not expected to fight too many people. We're still getting used to our keybinds and things, and talking about what our next steps might be. This is a high loot area where we're all in grays and whites and things, so we're trying to divide up the loot, have everybody else get, you know, ready to go. And we're exploring around and just breaking some barrels. As a cleric, this is a great way to loot because opening chests sucks. I'm not worried about making noise because I have my team with me as well. So, poking my head into the library. This is a fairly common PvP spot, and it has a lot of great loose loot around as well. And as a cleric, I absolutely love loose loot because opening chests absolutely sucks. I'm trying to kill these spiders. Kind of slowly backpedaling, aiming for the head there, and there's the mage. I'm gonna judgment him, and I'm trying to take advantage of my friend who has aggro to just take him out with a couple of hits there, and I loot him quickly because there's generally good mage loot on the mages. Surprise, surprise. So sometimes I can get a spell book or something, and like I said, I'm still level 1 in this clip, and I'm looking for some gear. I was able to do, I think, one successful extract, which is why I have, you know, some gray Templar armor and a spell book already, which significantly improves your ability to cast spells in terms of both the animation and just the speed. And having flat spell power also makes your heals a little bit better, which is nice until you're able to get some of the perks that buff up your magic. So we're just taking our time, clearing things out. I see this mage casts the invulnerability bubble, and I kind of just ignore him. Wait for that to go away, then kind of help my friend. A little bit unnecessary, but just go back to smashing pots, trying to clear things out. But we are making some noise, and we are going to get into another battle here. As you will soon see, it gets pretty wild. And I'm still getting used to playing the cleric in this playtest. It had been a while, you know, after that little break, feeling a little bit rusty. And I definitely make a few mistakes, but ultimately use a lot of my resources in order to survive here. So continuing on, just clearing things out, we're going to have to go back through the mummy room just based on the circle closing, or at least that's what we decide to do. So just picking up this last little loot. I want to have a full inventory because, like I said, level 1, and getting as much money as I can is going to help me. So
I need the thing that says less.
Heading back into the room here, getting my spells ready, just because I'm seeing a fight here. Buffing myself with the shield. Slightly out of range. I give myself the shield and the weapon buff. Snipe a little judgment. I hit this fighter once or twice, and I'm backing off because I realize I need to start healing my friend. So I start playing more of a support role. And trying to keep my fighter alive. I get pushed though, and that kind of scares me off a little bit. I end up buffing myself, and just as I try to heal my friend, he gets taken out. I'm getting pushed by this ranger, so I can't really cast spells. So I end up fighting him. My fighter unfortunately dies to the 2v1, but I take him off with a judgment, and I drink a protection potion, and I start just panicking as I run away, trying to keep myself topped up. My heals are very weak because I don't have any of the perks yet. I'm just buffing myself, doing the best I can, putting that bless on, putting the protection on, drinking a protection potion, have everything up, and I come back for this fighter who's a little bit hurt. But fortunately, I'm able to somehow wear him down, and I think I've hit him a few times. I'm going to finish him off with a judgment, and I managed to do that. So I drop another protection potion and continue to just spam spells on myself. And now I'm looking at my inventory like, what consumables do I have left? I'm super low. I'm not very confident I can win another fight. But, I think, okay, that cleric, he didn't seem very aggressive. Maybe I could catch him off guard. So I just go in, start doing some quick looting. My friends are all excited because I might be able to save some of their gear here. So I come back in and decide, okay, yeah, I'm going to steal some heals, top myself up. There's some campfires. Maybe I'll throw some of those down. Ooh, a nice spell book. And I start, panicking after this fight. You can see my hands a little jittery, and I'm struggling to loot effectively because I've had such a wild time. I'm healing up. I'm using the double potion trick, so potions of different qualities will stack, and I'm making sure I have one gray potion and one white potion ticking at the same time, and putting a bandage on. Noticing that, like, man, these bandages are slow on a cleric, and just taking my time to heal up here because I know there's that one more cleric, and I'm worried that he might, come back and try to avenge his friends. But ultimately, I think he just ran away, so not necessarily required to worry about the cleric, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Potentially could have put up a campfire and get some spells back, but at the end of the day, I think it was fine to do what I did. I'm struggling. I forgot that you can just alt-right click and throw stuff on the ground. So I'm trying to drag things into inventories, and I'm making sure I can grab some stuff for my friends. I'm just even saving that white spellbook for now because this character is so new, and I want a stockpile of equipment I like to use. So I'm still looking around, making sure, the coast is clear. I'm worried about that cleric, but my fighter friend really wants me to grab this longsword. So I just, start getting rid of some garbage in my inventory. Still struggling with the keys, but I managed to make some room, pick up this longsword. So I have a longsword for my fighter friend and a longbow for my ranger friend. And at this point, I'm like, do I go to hell by myself? I have a couple campfires. I could maybe make it work, but I'm not confident. So what I decide to do is open up a portal and think, if I'm getting attacked, I have an escape route. Not to mention that opening up portals just gives you some nice XP, so I do that as well. But then I end up coming back, and I think, oh no, there's somebody here. So I start just buffing up, and it's a two-man. This barbarian is not paying attention. So I am able to land a nice headshot with a judgment before he even swings, and I'm very lucky that I hit him with a couple headshots. This guy's reloading. I'm able to quickly jump on the ranger. He uses his little fan, but it pretty much does nothing to me because you know he has a basic bow and I have perseverance. So I end up taking him out, and yeah, then we open the portal, and that's how we did it. So one of my first runs, and absolutely wild. Cleric is so much fun. Highly recommend.